Hello everyone, here to talk about the challenge season 13 called the duel. 20 contestants, 10 man, 10 win 'em, and first ever time no teams. The 10 man, 10 win 'em are competing for themselves. You had to partner up with a person each challenge, and you could change who you wanted to partner up with. And it had to be like a man and a woman to make it even. And the way it worked was the finale, 3 man left, 3 win 'em left. The first guy to make the finish line, the first one to make the finish line, win $150,000 each. 83 million viewers. 83 million people watched this season. That was awesome. Elimination worked was every challenge was like a time event, and if you came in last place with like the longest time, you were sent right into elimination. And then the other team members get to pick and select who will go against you in the elimination round. Like, they'll have a debate at the house. Like, we should throw in CT. No, we should throw in Bananas. We should throw in Tyler. We should throw in Robin against Jody. And it was cool. The setup for the duel was like, picture a forest ranger station you see in the woods. It's like a tall tower. Picture that with 2 flights of steps. And the top of it was the elimination curve. You had 4 cards. You flipped a card. One card had to test your strength. One had to test your thinking ability. One had to test your speed. The other one had to test your agility. Like obstacle course, stuff like that. And if you lost, you were sent home. If you won, you were still in it. Now, the contestants. Yeah, the 10 man was Wes. And he made it perfectly clear for season 12, Fresh Meat. Him and Casey got voted in every single time, like 6 times in a row, and they ended up winning all like 5 of the 6 of the eliminations. He said, right off the get-go, I'm not going in the most. He started getting voted in the most, but then they changed the ways. Brad, CT, who is still a cocky badass and getting on people's nerves and causing trouble in the house they stay in and stuff, and trying to form secret alliances and that, like, I'm waiting to watch the season where CT becomes a good, nice guy. He changes his ways. I read that online. He does a complete switch and goes from a cocky badass to a nice, caring, lovable person. Evan, Eric, Derek, Clark, Kenny, Tyler, and they debut of Johnny Bananas. This is the first ever season of the challenge. Johnny Bananas, who becomes one of the mainstays of the challenge, like CT and Derek, shows up. The winner, you had Tina, who's always a hothead. Robin DM, the one that had cancer, then remission. Her and CT became boyfriend and girlfriend after this season ended and continued on for a few years as a couple. Jody, who's a regular. Beth, who no one likes, but she's difficult to get rid of because she's awesome in challenges and elimination rounds. Savannah, Keena, Alicia, Paula, and Casey. Keena, Paula, and Casey formed a stable. They thought if we worked together, it would be the final 3 win 'em in the finale. So the way they did that was they would start throwing challenges. Like, if they would partner up with, like, say, Casey partnered up with Eric. And Paula partnered up with Tyler. They would throw that challenge so they go automatically, I get the longest time, so they know one of them be voted into the elimination, and then the other 3 women would get to choose who they want to face. So that way they can get rid of someone they don't like. It ended up backfiring. It ended up with 2 of them being sent home because they lost the elimination rounds, and ended up with Paula being one of the only 3 left out of that alliance to make it to the finale. Some interesting stuff happened. Beth got disqualified in her elimination round. Her elimination round was she was tied to a bungee cord rope, and she had to run across the other end of the place they're at and grab a flag. But you can't rip the flag off the wall. You have to unhook it with the carabiners. Beth, as she was going up against the other one, ripped her flag right off the wall. That was a no-no. Got disqualified. CT disqualified. That was awesome. And she was like ticked off, and CT said, "Look, I told you the rule. I have to unhook the flag from the wall, and use the carabiners, not ripping it off the wall." He said, "Deal with it. You got disqualified, you lose." Tina, the hard-headed Italian girl, always gets in trouble from the previous season for mouthing off. Actually did something I really appreciated this season. DM, the woman that had cancer, was readmission. She lost her hair, right? Due to radiation treatment and that. And Beth and some of the other women were making fun of her with no hair. Tina stood up to DM and punched Beth right in the face. I friggin' loved it. Beth landed on her ass, and she had a black eye for a few episodes. Tina, of course, got disqualified and eliminated from the game because one of the rules is no physical, like you cannot physically punch someone and get away with it. There's no physicality. Like you can have like a mini wrestle brawl at the house for fun, but when it gets way too physical, you start punching, kicking each other, throwing people in the walls and stuff. That's a no-no. So Tina got disqualified for punching Beth, but I appreciated Tina for actually sticking out for DM. Because Beth, that's what I don't like about Beth. Like, come on, the woman had cancer, right? She lost her hair, and you gotta make fun of her for that? I was happy Tina smoked you in the face and laid you right on your butt. And I love the fact that later on, Beth got disqualified for cheating, and she was out the door. Bananas and Tyler got in a heated argument this season. Because when Tyler ended up losing, he got the lowest time, and he blamed it on his partner. When in fact, he was the one that was the reason why they lost. Bananas ended up being voted in to go against Tyler. And their challenge had to do with strength. 300 watermelons in a hay wagon. And you gotta lift it up and hold it for 30 seconds. If you could, you win. If you drop it before 30 seconds, you eliminate it from the game. Well, Tyler eliminated Bananas. Bananas threw a fit because he was saying that Tyler somehow was cheating, holding the hay wagon up for 30 seconds, moving his feet in that. And you're not supposed to. Replays show Tyler was never moving his feet at all. He had him firmly stood right in the ground, holding the hay wagon up with the 300 watermelons. So then at the reunion show, Banana said I was just heated up for losing in my debut. And I thought, hey, there's no way this guy can lift 300 watermelons for 30 seconds in a hay wagon. And well, I could do it, but he beat me, right? This is cool. And throughout the season, Wes and CT formed an alliance. They made sure, like, hey, we be the final 2 or 3 guys in. You want DM to be in the finals? I want Jody to be in the finals. Because she's been helping me win. And Brad's like, yeah, she's been helping me win a lot of challenges too. So, Jody was awesome. She's always been awesome in the show. And she found out that the other guys were going to help her but stay, but never vote her in, right? And making sure we win that challenge for that day. You're safe elimination. She appreciated that. So then she went and started telling the other women, like, hey, CT, Brad, West, they're going to make sure I'm in the finals no matter what. Well, that upset Robin, upset Keena, Casey, and all that, because they like realized, okay, so there's an alliance going on. Well, okay, so when it came to women's elimination, there was a few episodes where Jody wasn't safe, and when it came time those women would vote her in, but Jody, would just clean house. And when she went elimination like 3 times in a row, after she announced that alliance was going to happen there, where they were going to keep her safe, she took out the 3 women that had a problem with it 1 week after the other. I loved it. She was showing like, I'm a badass. I deserve to be here. It came down to Wes, CT, Brad, and Derek as the final 4 guys. The winner was Robin, Jody, and Paula. They were the final 3 women left. Because Beth got disqualified, so she was sent home. So, CT announced, okay, this is the finals. But, as you can see, we got 4 guys, 3 women. 1 guy has to go before the final. So he said, we're going to have ourselves 1 more final elimination round. And the way it works is, if you come in last place, you're going in. And if you don't come in first place, the other 2 guys cannot vote. The winner get to vote out of the other 2 guys who will go in to face the person that came in last. CT came in last. he wasn't happy about that. So he knew right then, oh crap, I'm going in. So he went in. I apologize, I forget who the other winner voted for to go in up against him. And it ended up being that flag challenge. We ought to hook the flag with by News of the Caribbean, not ripping it off. CT won it, record time. Just smoked the other guy running across the stage. Hooked that flag, and he was celebrating. And he was throwing the flag up. He's like, yeah, man, I just smoked you. Fastest time ever, man. All cocky and all that, right? Well, guess what? Wes said, hey, CT. Yeah, you might want to rewind that. He cheated. And CT's like, whoa, I cheated? And they had an alliance going, right? So I ticked off CT because Wes is like all of a sudden saying, I cheated, right? They showed the replay. CT did cheat. I was hooking the flags with the Caribbeans. There's 4 Caribbeans holding the flag to the wall. He couldn't get the last Caribbean on screws. He ripped the flag off the wall, which is automatic disqualification. TJ, the host, never saw that. Wes saw that. They showed the replay. They showed it like 4 or 5 times. And CT just lost it. The other 2 guys had to hold him back for going after Wes. He's like, you son of a beep, beep, beep. I can't say what he said. He said, we had an alliance to the finals, Wes. Yeah. But then I realized, you're a tough guy to beat. If I take you out, then I don't have to worry about you in the finals. And you did that to yourself because you purposely cheated. He said, that's not cool, man. And CT anyways ended up had to be escorted out of the house by security because he was still throwing a fit when they went back to the house. We had to pack his stuff and go. Guys, he was saying, oh, I didn't cheat and all that, but it showed on the replays he actually did cheat. So the other guy was like, so, did I win? Am I going to the finals? And like, yeah, man, you're going to the finals. He cheated. So he's like, oh, hell yeah, I'm awesome. That's cool with me. The final challenge was awesome. They had to start at the bottom of a mountain and run all the way up to the top. The first one to reach the top, wins $150,000. But along the way, there's obstacle courses they have to endure to get to the top. Well, Paula and Robin realize Jody is just running up that mountain, right? And she just going through obstacle course after obstacle course after obstacle course. Paula and Robin's like, we can't catch up with her. They just end up quitting. Because, like, Jody was way up there. And they were like way down the mountain. They just like, we can't win. Like, no, there's no way. When it came to the final 3 guys, Wes, Brad, and I believe it was Derek. I apologize if I got that one wrong. Wes won it. And it was close. Close between Wes and Brad. Like, they were neck to neck running up that mountain going through the obstacle course. But Brad got stuck on a puzzle challenge on the obstacle course. And he took a while trying to figure out the puzzle, Well, Wes just went right through the puzzle like nothing because he's smart. Ended up getting to the top of the mountain, joined Jody. They won the money. Way to go, Wes and Jody. They won $150,000 each. Then that's when DM announced that afterwards in the reunion show that her and CT are going to become an item, a couple, see how it goes. They, applaud for her. Someone's like, good luck, because you're going to need a handle with her. And she spoke up for CT. She said he was helped me a lot with my cancer and the treatment. And Derek was there a lot for me too. She said he's a nice guy, but when it comes to the challenge, he doesn't bring that nice guy attitude with him. He brings the cocky attitude, thinking that's what's going to help him win challenges. And also on the reunion show, Beth was there, and she wanted an apology from Tina for hitting her. And Tina said, why would I apologize for you for making fun of DM for having no hair because of cancer and that? She said, if I had anything, I would be glad he wish I would have punched you before season 13. Then they actually had to get Tina to leave the stage on the reunion show because Beth refused to be on it if Tina was still going to be there. So Tina said, you know what? I'm done. She left the stage. She walked off the set. And then Beth was like, oh, yeah, I got her gone. Take that gal. And all that. And then TJ announced season 14 was going to be different than this season. And everybody's like, oh, okay, so it's not going to be every man and one for themselves. He said, no, no, no. It's not going to be that. It's going to be team versus team again, but it's going to be tag team versus tag team. So it's going to be like one team versus one team, but you're going to be paired up in teams of two within that team. And you have to make it to the finale with your partner and the team of two. So I was like, what? Like, so two teams. And within those two teams, there's two teams of two. And you got to make it to the finale with your partner and other members of that team. That's my understanding, apparently, so far. And Johnny Bananas announced the reunion show. He'd be back for the second time ever on the challenge. And Casey told us that on the previous season, season 12, where her and Wes won money. And you know what she spent for her third place money? She got a boob job. She got breast implants. And she said, I'm surprised none of you noticed that during the season. And like, Johnny Bananas like, oh, I noticed. Like, yeah, I noticed that you got some big melons on you now. And Tyler's like, yeah, damn cool. She's like, well, how come you guys never said anything? Like, she said, during the season, she said they show clips of her, like, walking and all that, trying to make them, the guys know it was like, wait, like, hey, I got a boob job here. Like, congrats me here. And I was like, we noticed that for the first week. We just all decided we would pretend we won't notice she got breast implants, the boob job done, just to tease with her in case she got like, oh, okay, very funny. She said, well, guess what? I'm going to be on season 14. She said, I'm going to win it. And then apparently with season 14, I read online, she's not in it. Something happened. She couldn't make the show. And Beth announced she wasn't going to be on season 14. So everybody's like, just clapped on the reunion show, and she was like, oh, seriously? Like, you're clapping and I'm going to be on season 14? Like, that show's right there. No one can stand her. And all that. And they just basically, like, Johnny Bananas even got up and just started applauding. And Tyler joined them, and CT, and Beth just ended up, like, getting mad. Like, I just announced I'm not going to be in the next season. And you guys are having a nice old, like, applause and clapping hand stuff. And she started throwing a fit again, because that's Beth. She always had to be a center of attention throughout the years. On season 40, they asked her to be on it, which happened last year. She said, no, I wasn't, but I'll be on All-Stars Rivals, where she had to team up with her most hated rival. I don't know who it was, but I read online that rival cost Beth the show, and they ended up getting eliminated quickly, and Beth wasn't happy about that. So Beth's made too many enemies. She can't even win challenges because she's got enemies left, right, and center. Like appearing on All Stars Rival, her rival actually purposely threw the elimination round to get Beth sent home. Beth's got to change her attitude more. She ain't going to be winning no shows. I'm just telling you right up front. I can't wait to watch season 14 to see what happens. This one is called... trying to remember what it was called. Season 15, TJ announced it could be called The Gauntlet of Free. I think it's called Inferno Free. That's what it's called. Inferno Free. That's what season 14 is going to be called. And it's happening in South Africa. So that's interesting. Everybody on the reunion show got excited for that. Because it's happening in South Africa. And some of them's like, I'm going. Like, I want to be in it. And TJ's like, you know what? I'm just going to say right up front. Some of you want to be in it, yes, but I'm going to send out invitations for people that has never been on the challenge before, or people that hasn't been on for a real while. Give them a chance. He's like, for instance, Tommy. Tommy was in the first 10 challenges in a row, and he's missed the last 3. He said, I want him back in it. He said, Tommy's a cool guy. So I gave him CT. He's like, you know what? I'm okay if Tommy comes back. I'm cool. And Derek's like, well, this is like season 13, and I've been in like all of them, and I haven't even made it to the. I've been in the finals, but I've not won the. Like I've not actually come in first place. I've always been like runner up in that. So Derek on the reunion show said that maybe he won't be returning to the challenge because he said it's kind of like a blow to you. He's like to you, like to like your ego thinking like maybe I'm not good enough, and that. And on the reunion show, like other people like Kenny and Eric, he's like, no man, like you're good man, like don't give up, you'll win one eventually. And then TJ asked him like, do you want to be on season 14 on the reunion show? And Derek said, actually, you know what? I'll get back to you on that. And that's how it ended. So will Derek be on season 14 and actually win one? Or not? I kind of skipped ahead and watched the first episode of that. And let me tell you, the first episode, some fireworks happen and involve CT. And something happens and it causes a game shifter in the whole challenge. And it involves CT, TJ, a new guy, and Derek. Stay tuned. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.